All right, this is episode. We don't know what number, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But this is, ladies and gents, we're back again. We're here to talk about life, the universe, music, and everything. That's all that matters. So I'm
Mhm.
here again, joined with my oldest sister,
Yo.
Merf deezy. Um,
I'm not good at that noise.
yeah, we haven't really talked in a while, so we probably have a lot to talk about. But we'll try to come up with some musical shit and stuff
Yeah, sure.
in the meantime.
We
But
can do that.
how are you where are you at? 0 to 100.
Um, Be like 75.
That's good. That's a good
Yeah,
number.
yeah.
That's a high
How
number.
about you?
Uh
Be honest.
I'm gonna be honest. Probably like 58.
Okay, so higher than 50.
Higher than 50.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
I've
good
had
at
I've
least.
had some things change with work and like it's on the up and up.
Good.
So yeah. Um, what have you been up to recently in your life?
Well, I believe that the last time I spoke to the viewers, I was about to graduate, and since I have seen them, I have graduated from George Washington University with my master's in public health. So I'm officially Meredith, Perry, BSN, RN, and PH.
Hell
So
yeah.
yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Um, the other big thing, which is the big thing, um, I have decided to travel nurse for a while to make some money because I haven't had a full time job in 3 years and the money is excellent. Um, so this is my first travel assignment. I started on February 20th and I moved here to this place where I am now, which I will talk about on February 17th. Um, I'm currently living in Durham, North Carolina, which we had an episode about the University of New Jersey at Durham, and I was watching it earlier, and I was like, "This
Yeah.
is so funny that I ended up living here." Um, so I'm living in Durham right now in West Durham, and I'm currently
So how
working.
far
Yeah,
is that from Chapel Hill?
by car. Well, the mileage is 10 miles.
Oh, so it's like
Um,
super close.
yeah. So that's a lot of the reason that there's the Duke Carolina rivalry so bad is because they're so close together and there's a deep seated hatred. Like I was driving, I'm not allowed to get mail. Anyway, I'm getting in the weeds. I am living in an Airbnb for 3 months. So it's an apartment, it's a regular apartment. It has 2 bedrooms, which I love. I'm whatever place I get, I'm doing 2 bedrooms at least. Um, it's nice having room for all my things and not living in the smallest bedroom in mom's house.
Right. Yeah.
Jesus. Um, so like I'm able to keep things organized and clean because I have places to put things anyway. So I live the the unit where I live, there's four, it's like 2 apartments on top and two on the bottom, and they face the outside. So they're outside. So like my front door goes to the outside.
Yep.
Um, I have a little porch on the front, and then I have stairs that go down to the parking lot where my car is. So there are two on the top, two on the bottom, and if you look at them on the top right, um, and I guess they're all the same. But the guy who's renting this to me, he has a lot of properties, and I mean, dang, I think a lot of people are getting into this type of thing because it's sort of like being a land. I mean, you're basically a landlord.
Yeah. So do you feel like so well that's like the one good thing though, is like if he's doing it as like a business, then he's gonna take
Yeah.
care of shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's at the beginning, like he's been very responsive, and that's what all the reviews said. So at the very beginning, when I got into here, he gave me his number, but he said that the best way to contact him, he said he only wants us to use that if it's an emergency situation, like flooding in the bathroom or something like that.
Yeah.
Because then he'd have to call somebody like a plumber. Um,
But
but
dude,
mostly
does
I've
it
been contacting him through Airbnb message, and he's very responsive within 1 hour.
okay.
So
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool. That's super cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's like
But
that
yeah,
stuff that's like so wild.
yeah,
It's just such a crazy thing, but it makes sense. Like,
yeah,
why wouldn't it be a good idea? Uh,
yeah. Right. So I think he has a lot of these properties because he talks about his team. Like he has a team of people.
oh
Like,
my
for
God.
example, the first week I was here, the trash day is on Tuesday in Durham.
Mhm.
But, and I found out later that the recycling doesn't come the same day. It only comes every other Tuesday. So the garbage obviously comes every Tuesday.
Mhm.
The first time it came, I was here because I was doing online orientation. It was really early in the morning, and I saw the truck take the arm and pick it up, toss it, and then it got thrown down on the street, and it broke one of the wheels off. Like, it wasn't, I could just go screw it back on. It was like freaking broken. So I called them, and and of course I had to pull it somehow. I didn't want to drag it because it was just like screeching against the pavement of the parking lot. But I had to do like this. It was empty, so I had to do kind of this wheelie thing, like where one, is not on there. Because he's been messaging me like every Monday, I guess, to say, hey, if possible, no, tomorrow's our trash day. If possible, if you could bring the trash cans to the corner, to the outside, to
So
the
he
curb.
messaged you about that?
Yeah, on Airbnb. Yeah. So they have a messaging feature. He's like, I don't know how many properties this dude has, but he's got a lot. He's got a lot going on. I'm pretty sure that, so when I moved in, there was a young guy that lived downstairs. Um, I only used to see him when he would come outside and smoke a cigarette. Um, but he left, I guess, last Saturday, and then this other family came in. So it's like parents and I think like two kids or something. They're fucking loud.
What do
And
you so do you
the people next door are fucking loud. And I have no idea how long these people downstairs are going to be there. As long as they don't disturb my sleep, I guess that's okay. But the other night
yeah.
when I was up, they were, I mean, full on screaming until like after 10 o'clock at night. I'm not gonna go down and say anything to people if it gets,
Yeah,
because I'm terrified of doing that. I'm
yeah,
not,
don't do that.
no, I fucking don't know who these people are or what they're gonna do to
Exactly.
me. I mean, this is not living in a locked apartment building in Boston. This is like literally anybody can come off the street. Like, these people did not sign a lease. I didn't sign a lease. I'm just
So
renting this place for 3 months.
do you
So,
think do you think that guy owns all that shit right where you
mhm.
live? Do you think he owns all those?
And I think he owns the one next door too, that looks just like this one. I
Mm,
think there's one or two more because the numbers on the house are they look the same. It's more like this. It, it's a very modern, sleek
it's a very like
looking
curated
numbers.
look.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's
And
yeah.
then it's like A, B, C, D. And so there's like, so this is 2246, and then the next one's like 2244 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he owns at least these three things next to each other. So that's 12 apartments right there. So
Ah, damn. Try making bank, dude. Oh my God.
yeah. I
Anyways,
mean, they invested a lot of money into these places. Like,
mhm.
you can tell these places are old. that they have been old. The way that the floors settle and the tub in there is very old. Probably from like the 80s. Um,
But on a scale
but
of 1 to 10, how would
they've
you rate your apartment right now?
oh like an 8. Like it's great.
Fuck yeah, it's 8. It's like an 8.
Yeah,
Take
it's an
all
8.
day.
The only thing I would change honestly is the water pressure sucks in the shower.
Mm.
Um I was really worried when I first got here and washed my hair for the first time. I was like, oh my God, my hair's gonna look like shit for like 3 months. But it actually
It's
turned out all
just
right.
be fucking sudsy forever.
I know, I was so mad, but like it ended up being okay. And I've gotten used to it now. I guess I was just used to
Yeah,
it just like jetting out because
yeah,
we had the like handheld or whatever. And this one
yeah,
is just in the wall.
yeah.
They redid the kitchen and it's fucking nice. Like it has one of those
How's the
really
stove?
deep, amazing. It's just a regular electric stove with burners, but it
Hmm.
heats up like this. Like
Yeah.
it was unbelievable because I'm used to that stupid ass stove and oven in mom's house that and I had gas at my apartment, so it was like
Oh,
that and the
fucking
oven
gas.
too.
Gas is the best.
So yeah. Um
What about the um
the sink, the coolest thing is
yeah,
the
the
kitchen
sink.
sink. It has a you pull the thing down and it
Uh-huh.
has like a sprayer. It's like a Delta thing, and you can switch it to spray or you can switch it to
Yeah,
just
yeah.
regular. It's awesome. I love that. I was like, this is something I have to
How
have.
about the washer and dryer or the
Oh, they're
dishwasher?
great. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Dishwasher's
have
good.
so this door behind me, oh, the washer dryer, this door behind me has a stacked washer dryer
Washer
and
dryer.
they work awesome. Awesome.
But I meant like the dishwasher.
Dishwasher works great. And
That's
when
what's
we
up.
do dishes in mom's house, it's so loud that we have to do it like right before we go to bed
Hmm.
because you have to turn the TV way up. You have to, I'm sorry, I don't mean to rag on
Well,
mom's
because
house is like 15 years old
but
and
it's right
she
there. Like that shit is
right.
right there.
Yeah. So she has all original appliances except she just bought a washer dryer, which has made things so much easier because we were spending like 4 hours trying to dry clothes because they would not. We got the vent all cleaned out and all this. She spent all that money doing that, and then it didn't
Yeah,
fucking do anything to the dryer. Like it was terrible. But this is so much better.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that's dope, dude.
yeah,
Like, sounds like you have a good fucking setup.
yeah. I had to spend a lot of money to get it like this. Obviously, the appliances, the TV, the beds, everything was here furnished. There's a little coffee table here. There's like an IKEA couch, which is okay. It's just I have a fat ass, and this is a small couch. So,
What's your TV setup like?
so it's a Roku like in the TV. I think it's like a TCL. I think it's like
Mm-hmm.
50 inches, or it's pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
But
TCLs are good TVs.
yeah, I ended up getting an Amazon stick and just using that. So I was able to sign into my Amazon account and then it had all my apps on there. I just had to re-download them.
Hell yeah.
Um, yeah. So that was good. Um, I had to get full pantry. They had he has all silverware, plates, bowls, um, a couple of cookie sheets, three cutting boards that are good, some mixing bowls, some
Mm-hmm.
like three metal mixing bowls. So it's really great. Like if you want to stay here for like a week, you could make stuff and you could eat cereal for breakfast and you could do this. And he had a regular toaster, but I ended up getting a toaster oven, which fuck, I love that. I love that thing so much. It air fries and stuff too. So
Yeah. Hell yeah.
yeah, it's good stuff. But no, this is what people do now. Like a lot of travel nurses, they either do Furnished Finder, which is a website, or they do Airbnbs for an extended period of time. So, so my rent is 2,000 a month, but that includes everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't pay for
Plus,
anything
yeah.
utilities wise.
Mm-hmm.
No cable, no internet, no lighting, no lights, no water, nothing. I'm just paying
That's not bad
for,
at all.
no, it's really not if you think about it.
Yeah.
Um, it's really not bad at all. So,
So you'll kick it there for a couple months and then
yep.
go on
And
to
then
your
I don't
next
fucking know
gig.
after that. You know, I'm gonna have to come home. I mean, I'm coming home for a couple weeks at least.
Yeah. So you'll come home for like a grip and then
You
you'll
know,
get your next
go off
gig
somewhere
and go back.
else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That's fun. I like that. I think that sounds amazing.
I don't think I'm gonna be staying at Carolina UNC Medical Center. I like it. I mean, well, I like the people. Um,
Just
the well, I don't want to do CVOR for that's what I'm
yeah.
doing is cardiac.
Yeah.
I
Mm.
love cardiac. I love it. It's been very interesting to see how there's a big team, but everything's divided. Like I would say, okay, they're like, well, what can you do? And I'm like, everything. They're like, what do you scrub cardiac? And I was like, I did for a while, like 4 years ago. I mean, if something was happening and it was an emergency, I would absolutely get in there and scrub and help someone. But you don't, there's no reason for me to be here for 3 months and you to teach me how to scrub or get me up to speed with these people when I'm going to be gone in 3 months because it takes a long time to learn like preferences of surgeons and things.
Okay, so
Because,
then you just
yeah.
like this is a new process for you. This is a whole
Mm-hmm.
new venture.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to get in there and just be straight up with them like X, Y, and Z. This is what
Oh,
I'm,
yeah, I have. I have.
yeah. So I mean,
And
like,
like,
and so
but it's in, yeah.
don't be like fucking jaded by the
No.
first time you try this
Mm-mm.
because it's a brand new venture for you,
Oh, no, I'm
right?
not jaded
So
at all.
yeah,
The
so
worst part about it though is the parking situation. It's absolutely atrocious.
yeah. Well, I mean, well then
And
that's
well,
just
no,
that's where you're at
right,
right now.
exactly.
So I mean, like, it could be 10 times better the next go around, right?
It could. A
It could
lot
be
of it,
worse, but
it could. There's a lot of factors. The main factor is that it's literally on the campus. And
yeah.
when I was an undergraduate, the campus parking was terrible.
Do you remember how bad
Um,
campus parking was at fucking UNCC?
oh yeah, it was terrible.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Um, but UNCC doesn't have a major academic medical like a level in Charleston,
I
and
know. I know.
it's
I know.
no, but I'm just saying it's
UNC has a
unreal.
literal fucking hospital.
Uh-huh. Like, and it's freaking massive.
Yeah.
When I graduated 20 years ago, and I told you this, but just to make it short,
God,
my
that was
freshman
20
dorm
years ago. Holy
isn't
shit.
that sick? Making me want to
Yeah.
throw up.
Yeah, Morrison, your freshman
Yeah,
dorm.
Morrison. So Morrison's next door to the hospital. And when I was a freshman, where the hospital is, there was so much construction adjacent to the hospital. I found out later that they were taking the old hospital, which is the UNC Memorial Hospital. Um, they basically built three hospitals on top of it, like next to it and kind of on top of it. And then they did all this parking, and there's all these breezeways that go from the parking deck to all these other places and stuff. Um, it's crazy. So even when I get off the shuttle or the bus, whichever place I have to park that day, when I get through the front door, I still have to walk another 10 minutes to the OR just to get to my locker, the locker room.
It takes
But
10 minutes just
Carolina's
to get to
medical
your jeez.
CMC downtown was like that too. Um, the parking was fine. We had parking, but you walked in the front, you walked in the hospital, and you still were walking another 10 minutes to get to the OR just to change your clothes and go to work. Um, anyway, so
That's nuts, dude.
yeah, I mean it's pretty crazy, but everybody's been nice, and I guess that's all I can ask for my first assignment. You know, um,
How would you grade your first assignment on 0 to 10? 0 being absolutely horrible, 10 being the best thing ever.
probably stick a 7 right now, 6
Oh,
or 7.
fuck yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Um, And I don't like working. I like working 12s because I only work 3 days a week. But
Yeah.
when you work 12s, like depending on the day, like I haven't had any really busy days yet because I'm new.
Yeah.
And yesterday was literally my third day, and I had one case. I had a case that was by myself, but it was a really long pulmonary case,
Mm.
and used to do that stuff in Boston.
Back in Boston, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the other funny thing is we did everything cardiac vest. Like we were required, and when I say we, I mean the nurses, and we had two techs and CPI. Um, we did everything, even though there were residents around and fellows and med students and stuff. We were required to do the prepping, putting the catheter in, bringing the patient back, doing all this stuff. And especially it becomes, positioning the patient is a big deal. Anyway, so when I was in that cabbage on the first day, my preceptor, who I could be his mom, honestly, I would have been a young mom, but I mean, he's probably like 24. And he's a nice kid. He's been a nurse for 6 months, and he's like, oh, well, you know way more than I do. And I was like, it's okay. Like you need to tell me how things go around.
Yeah.
He's super nice. Um, I want to just be
Was he
like, oh
cute?
my God, I gotta be. Yeah. But he also is already married. So he's
Oh
one of those,
wow.
like, I think he's one of those, like, he was talking
Hey,
about mission trips and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I see
yep.
what this is
Okay.
about.
Yep. Gotcha.
Super nice guy. Just
Yeah.
okay. Um, so he could not like I was like looking around shocked. And he was like, oh yeah, the PAs are so great here. They do everything. And I'm like, they do everything for you. Like, what do you do at the beginning of the
Nothing.
case? You know? I mean, it's an
Yeah.
academic medical center, so there's fellows and residents and stuff, but the fellows and residents do everything too.
So
And
is
I'm
it
like,
like
the doctor did not the two women that were operating on this man, that one of them is a fellow that's about to finish, a cardiac fellow that's about to finish. So she's highly skilled, highly skilled. The other one was like a third year or fourth year resident, but she knows she wants to be a cardiac surgeon. So she's kind of they're letting her get in there more because she wants to be a fellow eventually after she finishes her fifth year. Um, so they're both very competent. And the guy who's the attending is probably my age. He's very like laid back and like all this. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like, I used to work with some psychos. It's
it's
like
like everybody
so
in
chill.
like everybody there is just a whole different psyche.
Uh,
They're just like kind of
the
relaxed.
perfusion, I mean, our perfusionists were great at BI. They were super nice, but
I don't know what
like
that term means. What did you
so
say?
they're the ones that run the heart lung machine during bypass when we
Okay.
stop the patient's heart. Yeah. Um, anyway, that's the kind. And I actually said something. This kid like actually said something to me like, because I just can't. My jaw was hanging open. I'm used to doing everything. Basically, all he was required to do, he and the scrub, were basically open up the instruments, count, make sure the positioning stuff was there, make sure that all the equipment was in there. And that's it. I was like, oh my God.
So it's like it is it just a much more like well-oiled machine
Yeah,
compared to
I'd say
what you
that.
did where you were at
Um,
before?
it's the personalities of the people running the department, I
It's
think.
just like it's a better vibe, right?
Yes,
Okay.
the cardiac surgeons. I haven't met the other guy. Apparently, he's nice too, but he's a lot more quick and he's more efficient. Apparently, um, but I'm sure I'll meet him soon. But this other guy is like he almost looks like he reminds me like I probably went to frat parties with him like 20 years ago. He's like that kind of guy. Um,
Hell
so
yeah.
it's just like whatever, man. All right, cool. Like, and I'm like, who the hell are these people?
Yeah, I know, but
Like,
that's fucking great though, because it's like if you
it is. It is.
because you
It is.
came from like I think the last place you were at, like it was just kind of toxic as far as I could uh delineate from what you told me. Like it seemed like it was kind of like a toxic area, right? A
I
toxic
loved,
space.
yeah, I loved working at Beth Israel.
Yeah.
The
And
cardiac
I'm
surgeons.
not referring to
Yeah.
Beth Israel. I'm
Yeah,
referring to
yeah.
the other places you've been
Oh,
to.
yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I feel like now it seems like this place is it it kind of gives you fresh legs. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
fuck yeah, like this. I love doing this, right? Like
Yeah.
you get around good people, they have good intentions. Like
Mm-hmm.
everyone's on the same page, everyone's
Yeah.
batting
That's a
for
big
the
thing too.
fucking same team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's just fucking knock this out and get it done, right? Where it's like
Yeah.
before you might go to some places that just fucking sucks and everybody hates their lives, and it's like, well, this is
I'm
toxic.
fully expecting that to
Yeah.
happen when
It
the
might,
next
but it might
assignment.
happen. But it might happen.
Yeah.
But the caveat to that is that, yeah, I mean, you're traveling, so you just get to go somewhere
See,
else.
that's the whole fucking thing is
Yeah.
I was not prepared for like how light I feel right now as far as my job
Yeah.
because this is all temporary. This is
Exactly.
the 3 months. That's it. It's
Yeah.
12 weeks. I'm already on week it's gonna be week 3 next week
Yeah.
of
You don't have to
working.
fucking worry about, like, I mean, it's like,
No. And I
all
was all
right, this
worried that
shit sucks, but like, all right, peace,
yeah,
bitch. I'm out in like a month. Fucking blow
they
me.
were like so what really was nerve wracking to me is that when I got this assignment written in the contract, they said I had to take a cardiac call 1 night a week, maybe two, and every third weekend. There is no fucking way that next week or the week after or the week after that or even April that I would be comfortable enough or prepared enough to do like go in an emergency in the middle of the night when somebody's about to die. Like, so when they told me that on the phone, when this company that I work for that I won't mention told me that, I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. But they don't know anything, right? So they're a company. They're basically like a headhunter and they make money from the hospitals. The hospitals pay
Mm-hmm.
them,
Mm-hmm.
pay the agency to find them nurses.
Yep.
And then they offer more money to these nurses. So the hospital's paying more money for travelers because instead of investing in trying to keep the nurses happy and not just do a stupid we used to have our own week, right? Nurses have a nursing week and it's in May. It's like the second week in May. We used to have our own week. Um, they don't even let us really do that anymore. Um, everybody like it's turned into like like a appreciation week for all employees. Like we're just lumped in with everyone else at most places. So it's shit like that. It's like don't give me like a water bottle with the logo of the hospital on it for nurses
Yeah.
stay and think that that's going to make me stay. Because we even asked the educator, we're like, she was just going on and on about how, and I'm like, my orientation group was like me and like five other ladies, and I'm the only one this is my first assignment. Everybody in that group, we clicked really well. So we're friends. Like, at least I know people that I can talk to when I'm there. Um, but we asked her, we said, if this place is such a great place to work, because that's what she kept telling, then why do people leave? And she said, money. She said, money.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
get it.
because people leave and they job hop. So they do. Yeah, I see it all
Our
the time.
generation and younger, of course, all these asshole reporters and stuff, right? All this bullshit about how millennials and Gen Z, they don't have any loyalty or, it's like, because we're not being respected. We're the first people that stood up and said, the cost of living is unreal. you're asking us to go to a 4-year college, major in something, because you have to have a college degree now just to have any job.
Yeah.
A bachelor's, unless you're doing like a trade job or something like that.
Yeah.
And so most people pay, I don't know, at Carolina, I think you probably would pay 80 grand if you're in state for the 4 years, maybe more than that for an undergrad degree. Now
Exactly.
it was 32,000 when I graduated for the whole 4 years, and that was room and board,
And I
tuition,
don't know,
everything.
you fucking pay for G Woo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I if you don't think that, but
Mhm.
mom told me I need to live my life. Everybody has student loans. I said I understand that, but those people are not me. And but I kind of had a revelation. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking worry about this. Like, I'm not gonna let
It's
this
out.
destroy
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy a fucking or I'm gonna buy a place. I
Yeah.
have excellent credit. I pay my
Exactly.
bills. I'm gonna
Exactly.
continue to be able to pay my bills.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks about working in some sort of public health field is traditionally the pay is not good, especially if you work for like the county or the city. If you can get yourself in and like with like a nonprofit or like a company or something that you can do what you want to do, that's like the ticket there. If you want to work for the county or the city, you're not going to get paid hardly anything. Um, but then again, I don't really know because I haven't been looking, because right now I need to make money, you
Right.
know, and I
Mm-hmm.
like traveling and
No,
just
I
in
see you.
general.
I see you fucking just go on to the next place after this.
Yeah,
Fuck it. Who
yeah.
cares? I did
Hmm.
want to play something for you.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get it pulled up here.
I love him so much.
Every time I work, every time I run, every time I move, as always for us. Every time I live, every time I love, every time I hope, as always for us. 내두 발은 선뜻 걸어 anywhere, J in the air. 그는 길이 희망이 되고자 하연하고 태어. Even my world was made of your love in your face. 보답을 해, 저 멀리서라도 나비가 돼. Just walk lightly whenever you want. Go on hopefully wherever you work. 누군가의 숨이 깃들여 있는 거리. 내 영혼과 영원을 담을게 everywhere. Every time I work, every time I run, every time I move, as always for us.
Love it.
All right, Mary, you got to give us an explanation of what that was.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah,
J-Hope from BTS,
J
he's
Hope.
one of the rappers. Yeah, whoop, 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 whoop. He's one of the rappers. He headlined Lollapalooza in July. He was asked to do it because Doja Cat dropped out or something, I guess, like a month before, and they asked him to do it. And he debuted his solo album stage on
Wait, so
Lollapalooza,
he
which is
did
fucking
like
crazy. That was his
he
debut as a solo
wow.
artist, was Lollapalooza, fucking headlining Lollapalooza.
I gotta look that up.
They estimate their, by the crowd size, because it was all on Hulu, you could see the crowd. There was like 150,000 people in that crowd right at that point, just to see J Hope. I know so many people that I've on Twitter and stuff that I'm friends with, or moots or whatever, mutuals, and they went, they paid a shit ton of money to go to
To
Lollapalooza,
see it happen.
to go to Chicago from other countries, hotel, all that stuff, because they wanted to see this as it happened. Me personally, the idea of going to a music festival like that makes me want to throw up.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't want
I
to do that.
I cannot. Maybe when I was 23, but not now. Anyway, so he's been doing some solo stuff the last year because BTS is on um a hiatus for a very good reason, because they all have to go to the South Korean military for at least 18 months.
Yeah.
If you're an active duty soldier, then you only have to do 18 months. If you are put into a social work or some other kind of civilian job, like police, something like that, then you have to serve 21 months. So it's anywhere from 18 to 21. The first member that went was Jin, Sok Jin. He's the oldest member. He turned 30 international age on December 4th of last year, so he had to go. Typically you can't go past the age of 28. That year you turn 28, you have to go by December 31st. But because of they made a BTS law because of them being BTS, and people thought maybe they were going to get exempted, but they didn't. But they gave him an extra 2 years. So,
Mm.
but 30 was the cap. That's it. So they're all going to have to go. And right now, I think they have a schedule of when they're going to do it, but we have no idea. And I think that's what sucks the worst, is that every time someone announces that they're going, it's going to be hurt so bad. J-Hope announced that last week. He announced that he was going. That he put in. He requested that his extension be denied. To be revoked. So he's starting the process of joining the military because he just turned 29 in February. So he's putting out this song as like his last, and he said it's like his last gift to army before he goes to the actual army. So he's doing this. The sooner they go, the sooner they get back. So it would make me super happy if they all just went right now, because
Just get it
then
over
they can
with.
just get it over with. But it's not fair because Yoongi did solo stuff. Yoongi is going to turn 30 on March 9th. He's a few months younger than Jin. But I was under the impression that they had to go before their 30th birthday. Like that was the deadline, but it's not. It's December 31st of the year that they turn 30. Just the BTS members. Every other K-pop idol or random person, it's 28. They have to go by the time they're 28. So Yoongi's going on tour. He had like 9 shows. It broke Ticketmaster. I mean, this is the same. It's the same shit that happened to Beyonce, Taylor Swift, all this other stuff, but it was way worse because he's only doing like 8 or 9 shows. So after all these solo things finish, they're gonna go. The plan that they told us was that they're gonna go to the military, because they were together for so long as a group, like 9 years, just doing BTS stuff. And yeah, they would do like little side projects and stuff, but nothing official. But they are all we're pretty sure they're all going to make a solo debut. Like Jin did his last song, The Astronaut, that was written partly by Chris Martin. Chris Martin and Jin are like the cutest couple that's ever come out of BTS universe. They're so in love with each other. It's so adorable. He loves Jin so much. Like he wore an astronaut, like this patch on the jacket. He and Will, I think the other Will from Coldplay. They wore like a
Yeah,
white.
Will Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a little character that Jin developed, and he calls it Wutio or something, but it looks like a little astronaut, and it's sort of a symbol of him. He wanted to make something cute and sweet to kind of ease the pain of Army, of he being the first person to go. So it got turned into merchandise and stuff, and like stuffed dolls and everything. And the patch of Wutio or whatever, they were wearing both of them on their jacket. It was really cute.
Did you buy
And
one?
no, I haven't bought one, I don't think.
Maybe.
Eventually, yeah. But right now, because they all have their little characters. So this one is RJ, which happens to be Jin's. I bought this thinking it was a magnet, but it's actually almost like a stress ball. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
it's like a stress ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then this one is Cookie, who
Who's
is Jungkook. That's Jungkook's thing. He's kind of like my he's like a security pillow blanket for me for a lot of reasons. So
yeah, it's like me with my fucking weighted blanket. That thing is
oh yeah,
my life.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
you have a weighted blanket, right?
Mm-mm. I had them on for a
Uh,
while and I didn't like it. I'm sure they're way better now, but
uh,
the first one I got was just like terrible. It was like maybe 4 years ago. But
yeah, it was like they were like,
they used to be like almost like you were laying, like you took little bean bags, like the little ones, the kick ones you kick or whatever, the little ones. It's almost like you
almost like,
laid those together like a
yeah,
quilt and you laid it on top of you. And I was like, I don't like this.
yeah,
I think they're different now, but
they probably are. I mean,
I know it helps
I
people.
looked it
So
up. So it was like, they say it's 12 pounds. I don't want 12 pounds. I want 20 pounds. 20 pounds are going to be the best.
all right, DJT.
Yeah. So then I got
What?
I got a 20 pounder and I fucking put that shit on me and I'm fucking out,
I
dude.
love that. I love that though. So you like if you're sitting on the couch or sleeping on the couch or whatever, you're laying
Oh
down,
yeah,
get
I just
resting.
fucking I
Yeah.
curl up in it. What can I say? I ask Melania and she doesn't even talk to me because I'm sleeping. Yeah. Yeah, no, I go 20 pounds on the couch, sleeping all the way. It's great. I love it.
How's my nephew dog? My dog nephew.
He's
Let's talk about him.
good.
Good.
Um,
He's probably sleeping or he's in the living room.
I think he's sleeping with Marissa. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and sign off for this. I think we had a great episode. I think it was good. Don't ask it. I was gonna say I thought it was a beautiful episode. So
There you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
but no, we're good. So all right, let's go morale check right now. End of the episode where we're at.
Okay. Um, Probably around the same. So what did I say? 75?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I go like
I'm
nope. Go ahead.
I'm kind of wired right now, so I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I'll go to bed at some point, but I
That's
don't have to
what's
work
up.
tomorrow, so
Amazing.
I'm gonna go to Harris Teeter tomorrow and see if they have water because I have to drink spring water. Or I'm better drinking spring water because of my bladder issues or whatever. It's not
Yeah.
as irritating to the bladder, which is weird, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what
So
about like
yeah,
so just like what about distilled? Like is that
I haven't tried it. The reason that I went with the spring water is because when I first got diagnosed with interstitial cystitis, I was on this web page or like a Facebook group or something, and somebody said
yeah.
that a lot of them said spring water was really the only thing they could drink that wasn't because I had a cystoscopy and I was, they didn't find anything inside my bladder, but that doesn't mean that I don't have it.
Right.
So there are certain drinks and foods that will trigger it, and it's not a fun experience. So, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, it's a
how about
lot,
your
dude.
morale? How's it going?
Dude, I'm probably rolling like a 65. I
Good.
think is where I'm
A
at.
little bit better.
Yeah, a little bit better. I think that's pretty good. So
Are
I think
you
this is a
gonna do
great
anything before
episode.
you go to? Yeah, You're gonna go to
Um,
do anything before you go to bed. You're just gonna hit the sheets.
uh, probably just honestly get on TikTok or YouTube and
Oh
just
yeah, for real.
lay
I'm
there
about to
just
turn YouTube on right
bullshit.
now. I've
I've
had
got
the
I
yeah.
literally have like 43 books to read,
Yeah.
tangible books that are stacked
Like
up
my
behind
Kindle,
me,
like inside my
and they're
Kindle.
in
Yeah.
my car. Like I have so many books to read. They're just everywhere because it's like it's retail therapy for me. So
Yeah.
like,
You would get along with my friend Susan, who lives in Atlanta. She's right outside of Atlanta.
well,
She is the head librarian at the
well,
town public library, and she reads so much. And they send her books to read because they want her to put them like in their
yeah.
collection. Yeah,
Hopefully,
she loves it.
hopefully she likes yo-yos as well because I got a lot of those too.
I'm not sure. I'll have to ask.
Yeah. All right, dude. Well, you know, I love you so fucking much.
I love you too, buddy.
Yeah. So
I'm
this is
hoping. I'm
good.
hoping on. I think I'm gonna come home at least as long. I was planning on Easter weekend, which I
Heard.
think it's the 9th of
Mhm.
April or somewhere. It's near the beginning. As long as I'm not on call that weekend for any reason,
Let's see. Let's check the
then I'm
calendar.
definitely coming back because I miss. Dude, I was not prepared for how much I was gonna miss the cats. Like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
sucks.
Is Easter
I
on Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either the 2nd or the 9th.
I think it's the 9th. I
Okay.
think it's the 9th.
So you weren't prepared how much you're gonna miss the cats.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I
Every
miss.
day of my life, like I'm not kidding. It can be like it'll be in the morning when I'm just working, and like
Mhm.
I know Buckley's upstairs in his crate.
And you feel like calm.
I'm
Like,
just
yeah,
it's everything's fine, but then I get to a point I'm like,
I
I
miss
need
them.
him. And I
He
just
needs
go
to come
wake him up.
downstairs.
I'm like, come on, Bubs, let's start our day. And then he's so fucking excited. And like
Oh
we
my
just start our day
God.
together. It's so
He's
great.
so sweet.
That's my sweet
Sweet
boy.
little dog.
My sweet little boys.
Yes. All right. Well,
Okay.
have a good night.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and cut this off. Like I said, I don't even fucking know what episode this is. I'll figure it out in post. And then
Okay.
I'll post it. So
Sounds good.
whatevs. All right.
All right. All right. Love you, dude. Have a good night.
Love you. Peace.